This is an EKS cluster. On its own, no observability, but let's combine it with Coralogix. We'll begin with the service map. The service map shows you the connections between all of your services in your cluster, as well as external infrastructure, databases, everything. It's the full architecture. We can see here that we have this application, and it's got a few outgoing connections, but one of them is actually quite slow at 3.7, 41 milliseconds right there. So what I can do to begin with is I can go and view the logs. This is telling me the logs for this particular application. So I've gone straight from my architecture diagram to observability data like that. And then what I can do is I can see, well, there's no warning, error, or critical logs. That's a little strange. So there's nothing here that particularly indicates something's going wrong. So I can go straight to my traces. This is the trace that's associated with this log. I can see a really complicated connection of different queries that are going on here. And this particular one is actually quite slow. So what I can do is I can go on this, I can go show resources. And now I'm looking at the metrics for the pod at the time the span was written. So I'm seeing the health of the pod. So now I know that that one was quite long. Maybe I can see something in these metrics that indicates some abnormal behavior. And if the pod metrics look okay, I can look at the host metrics to see if there are any noisy neighbor issues, too many pods, for example, best effort pods all deployed onto the same node and they're all fighting for resources. I can actually see spikes in disk write operations there, which is quite interesting. So then if that doesn't give me anything, then I can go to the alerts map. Rather than looking through lots and lots of alerts and trying to understand how they impact your pods, look at the groupings in your alarms. This is all of the alarms grouped by namespace and pod. In this case, I can see the checkout service, and no alarms are fired for it because it's green. So that's not really got me anywhere. So what I can do is I can go to my custom dashboard and I can view my Kubernetes infrastructure monitoring page. So here I can look at the Kubernetes events in the cluster. This is a custom dashboard that I put together myself, by the way. And you can see memory utilization, CPU utilization. I can compare that to all the other pods. I can filter by pods up here, and I can inspect the state of my cluster in a really healthy way. Super powerful, super quick. 10 clicks and we've covered all of the observability data types. And in case you're wondering, integration is trivial. We hook into all of the open source tooling. And if you just type in Kubernetes, you'll even find Kubernetes specific tutorials for all of the most popular tooling. Thank you.